Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. In today's video, what we're going to do is we're going to discuss the different outreach methods and client acquisition methods for freelance copywriters. And I'm going to personally give my opinion on all of them, like how easy they are, if you should do them or not, like on a scale of 1 to 10, what level they are, and so on and so forth. I've worked with over 100 freelance copywriters so far, teaching them these methods and doing them myself for them. Because we run a done-for-you agency. So in today's video, I'm going to share all my knowledge that I gained from working with these many people in the industry. So yeah, if you're looking to find the best possible way to get clients right now, stick until the end. And if you enjoy content like this, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel because I post video like this 2 times a week. Now let's get right into it. Cool, now that we're on my favorite tool in the world, Canva, I've created this board right here, and we're slowly going to go through all of these outreach methods and client acquisition methods right here. And I'm going to share my tips and tricks for all of them. I'm going to share advice on how to make them work because they all work. And I'm also going to share what the startup capital might be, what you might need to do in order to like book one call. This is what the one call KPI is, like how much effort you have to put into booking one call with a potential client, the amount of time you have to invest per day, the level of, whether it's easy, medium, or hard, and a 1 to 10 rating from me personally on what I would do if I were to go out there and try out these methods, right? And today we're going to go over job boards, cold emails, which are personalized, or how some people call it the sniper method, cold emails that are not personalized, so sending like thousands of cold emails, Facebook paid ads, which is a method that nobody really talks about in this industry, Facebook and Instagram cold outreach, Facebook groups, building a personal brand, and LinkedIn cold outreach. Okay, we're going to go over every single one of them. I'm going to share everything. And if you have any questions about any of these methods specifically, feel free to leave a comment and I will gladly get back to you, okay? So let's get right into it. Let's start with job boards because I know this is where most copywriters tend to start, especially people that are more in the beginning stages of their journey. So in terms of job boards, when it comes to startup capital, there are free job boards out there where you can like just join and you can apply to jobs. But I would say that if you're going on websites like Upwork, for instance, or freelancer.com or any other websites where it allows you to like boost your posts, you should definitely do that. I mean, if you don't have a small startup capital to invest in these job boards so that you can have the advantage over everybody else, then don't do it, okay? And if you have like $200 maybe, I'd say this is a good startup capital because this way you can pay for some of the premium features, which will allow you to, like differentiate from the tens of thousands of people that are also on those job boards because there is not a lot of people that pay for those features, right? I know on Upwork you need to buy connects, if I'm not wrong. On websites like freelancer.com, you can pay so that your proposal is at the top of their list, which is pretty cool. And that's definitely something I would do. But yeah, I wouldn't say that this is the best method to start if you don't have at least $200 to invest into this, okay? Now, when it comes to the one call KPI and how long it takes for you to book one call, in this case, it would be more like an interview, not necessarily a sales call. So in my opinion, based on what I've seen, if you have a really good proposal and you pay for the paid features, it might take you like 5 to 10 proposals, 5 to 10 proposals to get a call booked, right? Which is not bad. It's going to take you some time to find the right jobs that you want to apply to, and it's going to take you some time to invest a bit of effort into creating these proposals. Nonetheless, what I don't like about job boards is that you're kind of conditioned by their project terms. So usually what I like to do, for freelance copywriters is just build an offer and they can promote that offer and sell it to business owners. Of course, that offer solves a problem. When you go on job boards, it's more so like what that person needs. So you might have good luck some days with a few people that are looking for that, like the proposals sound really good. Or you might have bad luck for like a week and you can't find anything that's worth your time to propose, to write a proposal for, right? Now, when it comes to time invested for job boards, I'd say that you have to spend maybe 2 hours a day into this, which is a decent time. Let me color this as well. This is a decent amount of time to spend. It's not too much, but it's not ideal either. So I would go with 2 hours a day because you need to like scroll through the jobs, update your filters, get back to people that maybe want to schedule an interview, write the proposal, right? So maybe you're writing like 1 or 2 proposals a day to jobs that look really good. That's going to take you some time, even if you have templates and case studies and stuff like that. But nonetheless, I'd say that this is how much it would take you. When it comes to level, I would say it's definitely a solid hard. Why? Because it's just very competitive. I mean, even if you pay for the premium features on the job boards, you're still competing with 10,000 other people, and it's just a race to the bottom in terms of pricing, right? And even if you become good at writing proposals and you become good at doing this, client acquisition method, you're still competing with people that have nothing to lose and they just like lowball the price as much as they can, like maybe even drop to an unimaginable rate for you, right? And you can put all of this effort into writing a proposal and paying to get yourself in front of that person, and then you have somebody come like offer them a price that's 4 times lower because they're desperate for the job, and it suddenly messes up everything because most business owners look for the cheapest option, right? um, and those things combined, in my personal opinion, I don't really like job boards, so I'm going to give it a rating of like 3. I would say this is one of those outreach methods where it's good to do it if you're like desperate and you don't really got the hang of all of these other methods that I'm about to show you. But it's definitely not something that I would rely on to build a sustainable business. Like, I know you can do some great things on Upwork and you can level up your experience and like build a very good profile and attract inbound leads and stuff like that, and that's a great thing. But I just think there's too much competition these days on the job boards, and it's going to be hard as a newcomer to do that, right? If you already have like 60K in earnings on Upwork and you have a really good portfolio and testimonials, then I definitely give it a 10 because you can get inbound jobs from there. But right now I'm like comparing everything from a neutral standpoint, just as if you were to start today to do this, okay? Cool. Moving forward, we have cold emails personalized, which some people call the sniper method. This method basically involves you like specifically choosing a list of maybe 100 companies that you really want to work for, paying for some software to get a hold of the company owner's details, and then writing a hyper personalized message specifically tailored to them, so that they can consider hiring you for their in their team, right? In terms of startup capital, honestly and truthfully, you can probably do this with like $59 in startup capital, because all you need from this for this to work is just a software to scrape email address, right? And maybe okay, let's call it 79 because you also need to have a software to verify email address, right? You can pretty much use Gmail to send the emails, okay? I assume you have a domain already, so I'm not going to count that in as an expense. But if you don't, like, you would have to spend another $10 on a domain so your email looks professional. And that's all you need, really, right? You just need to leverage free sources such as LinkedIn to find the company owners, leverage a tool to scrape their information, leverage a tool to verify that information, leverage a domain to look professional, and that's pretty much it, right? I really like this strategy, to be honest. I don't think it's very um, scalable, right? Because it takes a lot of effort, and it's not. I think it's the perfect outreach method for people that want to stay small with 1 or 2 clients or 3 or 4. But if you're looking to like potentially scale into a micro agency later down the road, I don't think this is the best way to go about it because it's very hard to outsource it, right? I mean, you're not going to magically find somebody that's as good as you at finding your ideal customers and writing personalized stuff for them and following up with them and getting on calls with them and doing all of that stuff, right? But yeah, anyways, in order to get 1 call, I would say that you probably have to send maybe 20 to 30 of these emails. I'm not very, very, like, this isn't a strategy that I've done a lot. in full transparency compared to the others, but I know people in the space that are doing it and are crushing it with it. But you probably need to send like 20 to 30 of these personalized emails to get one person to be interested on a call. Because out of, let's say, 20 emails that you send, maybe 5 to 6 of them are not getting opened. The rest are getting opened, and then maybe 10 people actually read. 2 to 3 people are interested, and one of them ends up on a call, right? That's how I see it. Now, of course, it depends on a lot of things as well, such as the industry and stuff like that. If you're going for people that are more solopreneurs, this number may be higher, right? Because they're in charge of everything. They don't need to pass your details to another department and stuff like that. The time invested, I would say this is where you have to invest a bit more time into this to work. I would say maybe 3.5 hours a day to put into this. Because in order to like find ideal companies, it's going to take you some time. In order to craft the perfect email, it's going to take you some time, because you have to do a lot of research on their website, on their resources, on their experience, in order to write something worthwhile. But what I love about this strategy, guys, is that once you get a few high quality meetings, you're pretty much set for clients, right? And once you have 1 or 2 clients, you can just build your referral pipeline, rely on other more automated methods to get clients. So this is definitely what I do if I'm just starting out, right? And you have the time. If you have 3 to 4 hours a day to put together free samples without people asking for it, to take a look at websites and do full-on audits on their websites and just provide tremendous amounts of value up front, this is what I would do to get clients, right? Because that's the easiest way to go about it. But I wouldn't try to scale with this method, as to where I have 3 clients that are very demanding, and then I also have to put in 4 hours a day to scale with this method. Okay, in terms of level, I would say it's medium, because I wouldn't call it easy, because you still have to be good at what you do. So this isn't a method that's going to work if you're not a good copywriter, because most of the time you have to provide something for free. So when you provide something for free, you need to make it good so people can actually read it, right? But I wouldn't call it hard either, because if you do it right and you have a bit of knowledge and you have a bit of skill, this is a great method, and it's not going to be that hard to get the attention of business owners if you're a natural, right? You have to be a natural for this method. So a 1 out of 10 rating, I would definitely give this one a solid 9, guys. I love this strategy. I think it's pretty good. I think that it's not for the people that are looking for get rich quick schemes, because it definitely requires work and dedication to make this work. But I think it's overall a great strategy that you have to use if you are a super beginner, and you never had a client, but you feel that you're confident in your skills to write copy. Okay. On the other hand, guys, we have cold emails that are not personalized, which means using software like instantly.com, Lemlist, or any other cold email automation softwares to automate everything and send thousands of emails, right? I actually use this strategy. I have closed well over 20K myself from cold emails that were not personalized. So I definitely feel like I'm going to like talking about this one, okay? Let's get right into it. So the startup capital. Well, in my opinion, you're going to need the software like Instantly, which is like $97. You're going to need to, if you want to send a bunch of cold emails, and I can create a training on this in the future. If you want me to create a training on how to send 1,000 cold emails a day, send me leave a comment underneath and I will do that. Okay. You probably need you need 20 email addresses, which is going to be 7 domains and three separate mailboxes for every single domain, which can be $250, I'd say. So this is already on the higher end. You also need leads. So you would need to spend $100 to $200 on leads, whether you buy a list from Fiverr or you hire a VA to manually scrape the leads. Like when you send 1,000 cold emails a day, you definitely need a lot of leads, right? So in terms of startup costs, I would say you should expect from this method to be around maybe $600 to $700. I'm going to put it at $650, and I'm going to color it red because it's quite expensive for beginners, at least. It is a way more expensive method, but what I like about it is that first things first, it's fully automated. Okay, so this is one of those methods like paid ads, which I'm going to talk about in a second, that you set up once, and after it's set up, you don't really have to do anything. You just have to come in on the platform like for 10 minutes a day, just clear your inbox, update the CRM, and that's it. You don't have to do anything else, okay? The downside is that the one call KPI, so what I've seen in my opinion, with this like hyper not personalized cold email strategy, it's going to be a bit harder to get the owner's attention. What's key, guys, when sending cold emails that are not personalized, there's only literally there's one thing that you need to get right. Otherwise, it's not going to work, and it's your offer. If you have a crappy offer, like I help business coaches elevate their brands by writing compelling words or stuff like that, then it's not going to work. So don't bother with this method, right? Because you need to provide upfront value in a way that doesn't take you time to do it, and in a way that gets them interested, which is usually just having a good offer that gets them curious. Okay, I'd say that you probably need to send maybe I'd say you need to send about 1,500 cold emails in order to book a call, right? This is my honest opinion. Like from what I've seen in my experience, I used to send maybe 600 emails a day with this strategy, and I was booking like a call every 2 days. So yeah, let's call it 1,300 then, based on my numbers. Which again, it's not bad because it's fully personalized. It's fully automated. Sorry, not personalized. Don't know where my head is at today. But what I wanted to say is that this also highly, like this strategy, how good it's gonna perform. It also depends a lot on your niche, right? Because if you work with like boutique companies, like small niche, like mom and pop businesses and stuff like that, it's not gonna work, right? Because there's not gonna be enough leads for you to constantly do this for months. But if you go for like business coaches and you can find like 200,000 of them, and you can have enough leads to send cold emails for like 4, 5, 6 months and get your good chunk of clients, and I think that's a good strategy, right? Cool. Now the time invested, this is where the sweet part comes in for this strategy. Maybe 15 minutes a day. Okay, because all you have to do is just check the inbox, clear the inbox, update the CRM, and that's it. You don't have to do anything, right? What I would say about this method is that this is perfect for you if you already have a 9-to-5 job, or you have some kind of commitment that doesn't allow you to spend like 4 hours a day on personalized cold emails. You have money, but you don't have time, and you're looking for an easy way to get that first client in, right? So this is definitely the method I'd go for, because it doesn't require time, and you can really focus on nurturing the leads that come through and actually getting good at writing copy instead of spending 4 hours a day searching for clients, right? In terms of level, I would also call it a medium, because it is hard to set things up, because it's like very technical, very like nitty gritty, like it's a tedious process. Even I hate doing it. Like I've done it time and time again, and whenever I have to do it again, I like want to bang my head against the wall, because like that software is not connecting, and the other thing is not working, and the domains are not like properly set up and all that stuff. But once you get the hang of it and you set it up, I'm telling you, it is an automated machine. So you don't really have to do anything other than feed it with the leads and take care of the inbox, right? So I would give it a 7 on the 1 to 10 rating. I would give it a 7 just because it is definitely harder to get meetings booked with this method, because when you don't have any sort of personalization through emails, it is definitely harder to get noticed, and you're going to burn through a lot of leads very fast. But I definitely think it's still a lucrative method for you to get clients, right? Now, next method, Facebook paid ads. Maybe one of the most underrated methods that freelance copywriters use to get clients, right? I love paid ads because once you get the hang of it, I mean, you need to have a bit of skill here in order for this to work. But if you can get the hang of it, if you have experience, and if you know you're good at what you do with the Facebook ads, you can skip a lot of hard work, guys. Because you can set up some ads, they can deliver calls to you, booked calls, and it can go extremely well from a return on investment standpoint, okay? What I would do personally if I were to run Facebook paid ads, and don't tell your gurus that I told you this, I would run an ad where I have a paid trial upfront, right? So, hey, I've been an email list manager for X, Y, and Z now, worked with brands like X, Y, and Z to deliver these type of results. Boom, boom, boom. Results appear on the screen. What I want to do is work with your company, but I'm not gonna go the traditional way of putting you on a sales call and trying to sell you a 4,000 retainer, because I don't see the value in that. What I see the value in, though, is I can offer you a paid trial for $199 or something like that. And if you like what you see and you get the results, then you can pretty much we can pretty much schedule a call then, right? So go the paid trial route, and guess what? Your paid trials are gonna pay for your ads. And then the clients, that if you're good at what you do, just as with the cold emails personalized method, you're going to get a lot of clients, right? Or you can also run simply like Facebook ads to your offer. But again, if you want to run like cold direct response Facebook ads, like business coaches, get 20% more revenue from your email list without you having to move a finger, no retainers, purely performance, or something like that, your offer must be good. You can't run direct response ads with a crappy offer, just like I said earlier, right? With the cold emails. So yeah, with startup capital, I would definitely say that this is the highest startup capital on this list, and I would put it at maybe $2,000. I wouldn't start with less than that, guys, because even if it's not going to take you 2K to land your first client and like make a profit and reinvest back, I would not get into paid ads if I don't have a certain amount of money that I'm willing to lose if things, like if shit hits the fan. Because the truth is, nothing is guaranteed on this planet, and just because maybe you hear me talking about paid ads in this video, it's not guaranteed that it's going to work if you try it. So I wouldn't want you to spend your last $2,000 on ads in the hope that you're going to get easy clients, and then maybe some bottleneck comes up that you don't know about and you end up wasting the budget, right? So this is definitely a risky version of getting clients. But if you have money and you're a direct response god, I wouldn't even bother with the other methods. I just go for paid ads, right? In order to have one call KPI, usually what I've seen with my own personal results is that you have to spend about $100 to $150 per call with the Facebook ads in order to actually get a booked call. So you can expect to spend like maybe $500 to $1,000 per client. If you have a good offer and your offer is a retainer and you charge 2, 3, 4K a month, that's definitely a good fucking investment. But again, your offer must be good. So this doesn't work if you're looking for like, you're writing blog posts for $50 a piece or $100 a piece, right? This is not a good way to go. I would go with the other ways, build experience, build a better offer that I can price higher, and then I would go into paid ads, okay? Time invested, again, this is very good here because with 15 minutes a day, you can pretty much handle everything. Just check the ads, see if they're performing. If they're not performing, then change them, right? And if they are performing, all you have to do is just maybe attend the meetings that you book, or maybe call some people, right? There's multiple ways you can go about ads. Like, this is a very, very complex way of getting clients. I'm not going to get too deep into it in this training, but I'm definitely going to do a paid ads training in the future, because there's nobody teaching you guys how to do it for freelance writers. But there are a lot of ways that you can do it. You can run lead ads, and you can call the leads and like set them on an appointment on the phone. You can do the paid trial route that I showed you. You can go direct response with people just booking a call by themselves, which is what I recommend doing at first. You can go with value ads, offering something for free, and then like appointment setting those people into appointments. So there's a bunch of things you can do with paid ads. But yeah, anyways, I love this method. So level, I would say this is definitely a hard, because you need to be good at Facebook ads. You need to be good at direct response. You need to have a high startup capital. You need to have a strong mindset, because you are probably going to lose some money at first. So you don't need to be affected by that if you want it to work. But on a 1 to 10 rating, I would definitely give this one a 10, to be honest, because it is efficient. It's the most efficient way if you have the resources. You start the paid ads. Tomorrow you will have booked calls with clients. Tomorrow you have booked calls. In 2 to 3 weeks, you have your first paid client, right? It is hard. but it's simple. It's a simple way to get clients, but it's hard to figure out the pieces of the puzzle, right? But I give it a 10 because it's one of those hard things that if you figure out, you're set for life, because you're never going to have client acquisition problems ever again, right? Facebook ads will work all the time. It's just about the angles that are shifting and stuff like that, but as a marketing strategy, they will work all the time, right? Moving forward, we have Facebook and IG cold outreach. With Facebook and IG cold outreach, this is probably the only method on this list, or actually, it's not the only one, but where you need $0 to start, right? Because you can just like create a Facebook account and an IG account, optimize it nicely with a few links and stuff like that, and you can just start blasting messages, right? It's free to find leads. It's free to do everything. And if you stayed until this moment of the video, if you're planning to do Facebook and IG cold outreach, I want to show you a golden nugget, okay? This is a hidden secret. Don't share it with anyone unless they've watched the video until this point. If you want to find a lot of leads, a shit ton of leads, use this method. Go open a browser, type in site and 2 dots, Instagram or Facebook.com, so this works for both, in URL, 2 dots, /p, and then you insert your keyword. Let's say in this case it's business coach. There we go. I knew I messed something up, so I messed up the Instagram. But if I type in business coach, I have 1.4 million results of leads. Okay, if I type in life coach, I have 1.2 million results. If I type in law firm, I have about 500,000 results. And if you scroll down, you can see all of these people are law firms, okay? You can do the same thing with Facebook, guys. Okay, let me confirm to Google that another robot. And boom, 7 million results, right? So you can do this with both Instagram and Facebook, and this is how you can easily find leads with Facebook and Instagram, okay? Cool, now let's get back into our video. I hope you enjoyed this nugget. If you did, comment the word nugget and I will know you know it, okay? So moving forward, in order to get one call booked by sending cold DMs on Facebook and Instagram, this is a bit harder because it's very saturated. It's due to its low barrier of entry. Like everybody with a Facebook profile can do outreach. People are just like become numb to this. So I wouldn't really focus on the strategy, to be honest. Especially because it might take you like maybe 400 DMs to book a single call. If you're sending cold DMs without any other without any other personalization, right? Because this is the strategy I'm talking about, just sending straight cold DMs. Time invested, it's definitely in the 3 to 4 hours a day range. I mean, I know people sending 100 DMs a day that are spending like 3 hours or 4 hours a day doing this. I'll actually put it at 4, and I'm going to make this red because this is a lot of time to spend on prospecting. The level, I'd say this is very hard because the market saturation is there and it's very, very competitive. It's the hardest way possible to get clients at the moment. And for my rating, I would definitely give this one a 4, to be honest. It can work. I'm not saying it like all of these methods work, guys. I'm just talking from my pure experience here. So my opinion could be biased, but like I would, if I can get some cash and get into these other methods, I would much rather just go work a job for 2 months, make $3,000-$4,000 and save them up, and just go fucking invest in paid ads, right? Rather than struggling for 4 hours a day to send cold DMs. If you have an angle that works for you, and it's working like wonders, do it, right? I know people that are crushing you with cold outbound, but for the usual regular beginner that's getting into copywriting, I wouldn't say this is the way to go, honestly. I would just rather go find a job or borrow some money and just get into these other methods, right? Especially the cold emails, personalized. Cool. Now we have Facebook groups, and by Facebook groups, I mean, that's that type of stuff where you like provide value in groups, you reply to comments, you like send friend requests, you network, and you do all of that stuff, right? Startup capital, again, could be 0, but here's the thing. If you want to actually take this serious and you want to get clients from Facebook groups, I would invest in a paid community. Okay? Go on YouTube, find influencers in your niche, find their low ticket products that have a Facebook group, buy their low ticket products, and get in that Facebook group of 2, 3, 4, 5,000 people that are your ideal customers and that are already investing in their business, right? Because there you're actually going to find good leads. So I'm actually going to put this at maybe $397. Let's say if you want to buy either one bigger course or maybe a few other courses, right? Just to make sure that, like, I'm talking about real strategy now, okay? One called KPI. I don't think there's like a very like tangible KPI here, to be honest with you. I mean, this is just mostly relying on inbound and like whatever comes at you and finding problems. But in terms of time invested, I definitely say that you have to put like 2 hours a day into this if you want it to work. If you're just spending like 10 minutes a day commenting and saying like, yeah, wow, your post is great, you're definitely right, and stuff like that, it's not going to work. If you actually want to put value into these groups, what I would do is I would go find people that are complaining about specific problems, install loom.com, get the premium version for like $10, and I would like record a Loom just like I'm doing right now, going over the fix to their problems or going over advice for their problem. People are going to appreciate it much more than they appreciate a regular comment. And then at the end of your Loom video, you can also invite them to network and connect. They will do it because now they feel like they need to give you something back. So they will send you the friend request and they will message you thanking for the video, and then you can start a conversation from there, right? That's how I would go about Facebook groups. I wouldn't go just comment and like hope that people just go to my profile and realize I'm a copywriter and then just message me, right? Do some different shit, because that's what's going to work in 2024. In terms of level, I would definitely, I would say this is an easy one, okay? Because you just, like, you don't have to put anything in place for this to work. Just go buy some courses, join the Facebook groups, and you have everything you need, and get loom.com, of course. And just record Loom videos going over people's problems, 1 minute, 2 minute videos, and pitch them at the end, not to buy your services, but to connect on Facebook. Connect with as many people as possible, keep sharing value every single day, and that's pretty much it, right? In terms of my 1 to 10 rating, guys, I would give this one this is a tough one. I would give it a 6. Okay? I would give it a 6 because I don't want to give it a higher ranking because there are better methods than this. I mean, the cold emails personalized is definitely a much better way to go. So I wouldn't choose this over other methods. But if you are the type of person that likes doing value videos and stuff like that, I would say this is for you, okay? And also, what I would do with this, if you are doing one of these two methods where it's like cash expensive but time cheap, I would do this as an additional second way of getting clients if you want to speed things up, right? So if you launch your cold email system and you don't have to spend time doing it, but you still don't have clients and you don't really have a lot of stuff to do every single day, do this, okay? It's not only going to get you clients, but it's going to develop your emotional intelligence and how you fix problems, and that's going to make you a really important asset in companies, okay? Cool. Personal brand. I know you guys have been waiting for this one. And by personal brand, I mean, like, you know, growing your Instagram page, posting content, dancing, doing reels and all that stuff. In terms of startup capital, I definitely feel like you need a few softwares to edit your videos, to schedule your videos, to, you know, like do research on keywords, maybe invest in some courses. So I would say that if you want to grow a personal brand from the start and you are looking to do it in an efficient way, you would need to spend about $500, which is a medium-sized investment, I'd say. This is actually yellow as well. Sorry, guys, I just have OCD. So definitely the personal brand, this is a lucrative way to do it if you want to scale. Okay? Because I speak with a lot of copywriters, and I'm sorry if you're going to get offended, but I call DM a lot of copywriters, asking them if they want more clients, and they say, I actually full with clients, so I can't take on any more, and I have a wait list for like 6 months. And in my head, I'm thinking, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you have people wanting to work with you and give you money, and you don't want to take those clients because, like, of course, it depends on your style. If you are the type of freelancer that wants 2 clients and that's it, good for you. But I wouldn't see why you wouldn't hire a goddamn junior writer and a virtual assistant to take care of the communication, and you would get even more clients and make more money, right? I get it, work-life balance and all that stuff for some people, but for me personally, that's what I would do. So I wouldn't go into a personal brand unless you're the type of copywriter that wants to scale the shit out of the business, get more clients, hire people, transition into an agency, or maybe just give those clients as referrals to other people and make money from that. Okay. If you're just looking for 1 or 2 clients and you're going to be satisfied with your life and you don't want anything else other than that, go with the cold emails personalized method. Okay, it's going to save you time and effort. But if you want to scale a business and you want to become a name in the industry, you want to build something worthwhile and great, and this is your mission, personal brand is a great one. Okay, one called KPI, I definitely say that if you rely specifically on leads, that people that follow you, I would definitely say that you need to have maybe 30 to 50 conversations to book a call, right? And by conversations, I mean also like people that just follow you and you reach out to them with an outbound message, people that ask you about the rates, people that maybe download your free stuff and then you reach out to them to start a conversation. I would say that every 30 to 50 conversations, you should be able to book a call. In terms of time invested, guys, this is one of the most time consuming ones, just like the cold outreach. You have to post content, create content, respond to DMs, post stories, build strategy, research ways of growth, look at your analytics. So definitely, I would even say this could take 4 to 5 hours a day, to be honest. And just to be clear, by building a personal brand, I don't mean just randomly posting on IG and that's it. I mean actually putting in the work to build a personal brand, building products, connections, doing shout outs, doing everything else that's needed, right? In terms of level, I would say this is hard. Okay. Because it's gonna take you a lot of time, a lot of time to get it done. And this is a method that's not for the weak people. If you can't sit in the trenches for like 6 months and be content with the idea that nothing's gonna happen for a long period of time, don't do it. Okay, because this is how it's going to be. You're not going to become a 10K copywriter in the first 2 months of running a personal brand, right? It's not going to happen. Only if you're lucky, or only if you have a really good network that can promote you. But other than that, it's not going to happen. Okay. So my 1 to 10 rating, I would give this one a 5. I'm not a fan of doing this because I believe that having a personal brand is not required to grow a business. Like, at the moment of recording this video, like, I'm doing my best to build a brand now because I really want to build a brand. But at the time of recording this video, I have 150 subscribers on YouTube. I have 1,800 followers on Instagram that are people from my native town, like my birthplace, and I easily get clients. I don't have to post. I don't have to do anything. I didn't have to do anything so far, right? I'm doing it now because I see the potential in doing it long term. But again, it depends a lot on your values and on your on what you want to do, right? Cool. Now, the last one is LinkedIn cold outreach. Disclaimer, my opinion might be biased here because I've been using LinkedIn for 4 years now. It's what we do for our clients. We build LinkedIn systems for our clients. We do some of these other stuff as well, but mainly it's LinkedIn. And I absolutely love the platform and I have a toxic relationship with it, right? So in terms of LinkedIn, the startup capital, I think it's going to be about $100. Why? Because I don't recommend starting LinkedIn without the Sales Navigator version, okay, which is gonna cost you $100 a month, right? So you're gonna need $100 to start. They have a free 30-day trial, so you can leverage that. But I wouldn't even bother trying LinkedIn cold outreach without the premium version, right? Not only because you can find leads way easier with the premium version, But on top of that, you will have bigger limits, right? So you will be able to send about 100 DMs a day. Okay, this is where I can give you the best numbers from. Okay, so the one called KPI for LinkedIn is usually on my numbers and my clients' numbers. Okay, every like 80 to 90 DMs that you send, you get a call booked. These are the numbers we get for our clients and for us personally. So the thing that I like about LinkedIn is that if you were to send like 100 cold DMs on Facebook and Instagram, like messing around with the limits and doing all of that stuff, it would take you a lot of time. But LinkedIn, guys, because you have Sales Navigator and you literally can find a list of leads ready to go in your industry with the specific criteria that you want, so on and so forth, you can knock out like 80 to 90 DMs in maybe 2 hours a day, realistically speaking, right? So you can spend 2 hours a day and send your 80 to 90 DMs, and I'm pretty sure you will book a call from the 80 to 90 DMs. Again, offer, very important here. If you don't have a good offer, you're not going to book calls, right? Because we have had clients that joined us with a crappy offer. They weren't booking calls. We switched it up and they started crushing it, okay? In terms of level, I would say this one is easy. And again, my opinion might be biased, but truthfully and in my honest opinion, it's very easy because you have everything you need native in the platform. You don't need any special or personalized strategies. You just need a good offer, Sales Navigator, and a proven system that works, right? And you can knock out 80 to 90 DMs a day in 1.5 hours to 2 hours. You're going to get people interested. You're going to book calls. You're going to make money. Okay. And guess what? LinkedIn is a business environment, right? It's a business application. So people, when they stay on LinkedIn, they spend time on LinkedIn, they are in a work environment. So they're not going to get annoyed by your cold pitch, and they're going to be in a better state of mind to actually purchase something. Okay. So 1 out of 10 rating. I'm going to give this one a 10. LinkedIn is my baby. I've been doing it for a lot of time now, so I don't see any downsides with it. Oh, the only downside with LinkedIn, I'm going to give it a 9, just so I'm not biased. The only downside with LinkedIn is that if you're not careful with how you send the outreach, your account can get blocked. And if your account gets blocked, you will never be able to create another account again with your personality and your identity. So that's a pretty harsh restriction from LinkedIn. And I've heard a lot of horror stories where people just got randomly banned by LinkedIn and their hard work like went to hell. And yeah, that's the downside. But luckily for you, if you want to get into LinkedIn cold outreach, then you should talk to us, because we mastered this platform and we never had any issue with our clients when it comes to them getting banned on LinkedIn or anything like that, because we know how to play around the limits, how to safely send 80 to 90 DMs a day, and so on and so forth. And yeah, guys, that being said, this was a really good video. Really good video. I feel really good about it. I feel like it's going to help a lot of people. This is my personal opinion on all of these outreach methods. What I want from you next, because I know you're going to want this, let me know what method you want to try out. And if I get enough people to desire that method, I will create a full-on training on how to get clients with it for free here on YouTube. Okay, so let me know in the comments which method you're currently doing, what are your results, and if you would like me to create a detailed training on any of these methods right here. Okay, and other than that, if you enjoyed this type of video, I'm putting a lot of work into these videos. If you enjoy this, make sure to smash that like button so that YouTube can promote this video to even more people and they can actually get more value just like you did. And if you like this type of content, subscribe to my channel, because I post stuff like this 2 times a week, and it's only even going to get better from here. So yeah, with that being said, guys, see you all in the next video.